friends, welcome to the channel. I hope you are all doing well and staying safe. Today I am going to continue sharing my coloring book collection, going shelf by shelf. And today I have an assortment of books from Lynn to White Stag. I'm just looking at my table. I have some colored caramel books. I have some Disney books. So I have just a bunch of different things to share with you. This one is going to be a longer video. So if you just want to sit back, relax, get a drink, and enjoy, or maybe I can talk and show you stuff while you're coloring. And I hope you're having a wonderful, colorful day. And we'll just get started. It's nighttime right now, so I have my overhead lights on. So there may be a glare on the books that have the shiny finish, but I'll do my best to not have the glare show. So we'll get started with Lynn. So I have this book right here. Just adjust myself here. Whimsy Girls Celebrate the Holidays, Festive Occasions coloring book. And this one is one of her newer books. I guess it's not new. It was made in 2020. And it's basically, I don't think I've colored in this, but you could color this all year round because they have something for every holiday and every season. And there's like a not as detailed and a detailed version. And they're all kind of zoomed up. Well, that one is a little zoomed out, but it's not like they're so, I mean, you get this one that's pretty detailed, but like this one is a little more zoomed up without all the confetti and stuff. So here's this one. I haven't colored in this one, but it's a fun one. I have the Enchanted Faces, Mermaids, Fairies, and Fantasy coloring book. And this one I have as a pocket size that I've colored quite a few in. There was a sale from Lynn a while back, and she had all of her books heavily discounted on Amazon, and I thought it would be fun to get this book in full size to try to color, so I had more than just the pocket size version. And it has the exact same images. They haven't been like zoomed out or anything. They're exactly the same as the pocket size, except they're bigger. And I think this will help me because my eyes over the years are slowly getting worse and worse. And so there'll come a time where I'll need the larger print type of books for me to see. Again, another one that comes in pocket size, which I have, is Fearsome Fantasy Faces, line art and grayscale. And this is a relatively new one as well. And I have colored one in here. I colored this one right here, the mermaid. And I've used alcohol markers, and I think I used Lyra colored pencils because I remember the purple Lyra pencil was kind of scratchy on this paper and I didn't like it. The other pencils were fine, but for some reason the purple one I was having issues with. I thought that her eyes turned out good, but it just, like, this is a grayscale version. And to show you what the line art one looks like. So it goes line art, then grayscale. I actually prefer the grayscale, but it's fun to do the line art ones as well, especially if you're trying to practice adding in your own shading and stuff. I have the Whimsy Girls at Work. This one feels a little thicker than the last one, and this one has like the zoomed out and then the close-up, so it doesn't eliminate massive amount of detail. It just zooms up the picture. This one eliminated detail though. I guess it depends on the picture. But yeah, I have done this one with the fire woman. And she has glitter on her suspenders. She was fun to do. She was a buddy color, I remember, a long time ago. This is the only one I've done in this book, and I remember I used eyeshadow on the smoke in the background. But yeah, this is a fun one. All careers, women in their careers. Very cool. Lynn is one of my favorite artists. When I first started coloring, I want to say she was one of my first 10 coloring books to get because I just loved her illustration style. This one's Whimsy Girls Through the Decades coloring book. This one's fun. I have colored a few in here. I've colored this one, the Pilot Girl. A pilot mechanic, I guess, because she has a wrench. And I wrote my name right there on the name tag. So that would be me. And this was fun. I ran out of orange marker, or maybe I ran out of yellow, so I had to do that. And it's a terrible blend, but it is what it is. It was back in the day of coloring. I've also done this one, which is the 60s girl, or the 50s girl, I mean, at the malt shop. And I have glossy accents here and on there. And this little red line, I dropped a marker and it caused red lines and I couldn't take it away. This was before acrylic paint pens and before I had all those kind of things. So I just did my best to make it look okay. And I can always color this again because I believe they have the zoom up one like that. So I could do this one. And then I've also done the Disco Girl. And she's got glitter everywhere. I used the dragon glaze on the disco ball. So there's like a glittery sheen to that. And I think I put some on her dress as well. And then her, is it stickles? Yeah, it's stickles on her earrings and on her belt. And I believe there's stickles, yeah, on her headband. I gave her like outlined eyeliner and glitter. And on her lips, her lip liner is glitter. Yeah, just fun. Lots of fun, really cute ones in here. This is the very first Hannah Lynn book, I believe. It's called I Dream in Color. This is the first one I ever got. I have colored a few images in here that are no longer in the book because I took them out, but I do have a few that I kept in. And this one is an inspirational type of coloring book, so it's going to have words in it. And she has like, she wrote stuff in the front here. There's the cover image. This one says, hope shines a light in the deepest, darkest waters. Just trying to find ones. Weather the Storm is a pirate girl. I've done this one. This was, I think, one of my first ones I ever colored. And first Hannah Lynn that I ever colored. And this one, I think it was back in 2019. And it says, every artist was first an amateur. And I think that's so true. And I colored this with the Lyra Rembrandt colored pencils. And I really enjoyed using them. Like I even made a swirl in the water. And after I was done, I wanted to make this thicker. So I put scrapbook paper on the back. I just glued it on just to make it thicker, and so it would stand the test of time because it was one of my first. And then the other one that I did is this one. And it says, open the door and walk through it. And she has stickles in her dress and in her hair. And I have used glitter gel pen, and there's alcohol marker work in here. And I believe this one was a buddy color. And I believe at the end here, oh, she gives you these little things where you can write positive affirmations, favorite quotes, little notebook pages on the end, little blank things like that. Today was amazing because, yeah, stuff like that. And that's I Dream in Color. So that one's kind of like an art journal slash coloring book, I feel like. Well, journal slash coloring book. In Mythical Maidens and Curious Creatures, I've done quite a few in here because I was part of a Facebook group a long time ago, and we made this like a project book in our group, and so I had done quite a few. And I've done this one, this fairy girl. She wasn't part of the project. I just colored this one on my own. This was a little bit later because I have all the shading. That one turned out all right. And then I have a second copy if I want to do this again. So yeah, I think these are strictly duplicates. Yeah. Like here's this one and this one. See how they're exactly the same? I think these ones just have duplicate images. I've done this one. I don't know what I was thinking in this. The head of the Griffith looked like a parrot to me, so I kind of went all rainbow, and she's like blue and purple, and her hair is all glitter gel pen, and you can see all the glitter that I used. And then this white was like a paint pen, and I tried to drag it with my hand to make it look like mist. It was the first time I tried a misty effect. I don't know if it was very successful, but it is what it is. And here's another copy for me to do if I never really like this one. But you have to start somewhere, and then you learn and you grow. I've done this one with the girl riding the Pegasus. And there's a lot of glitter gel pen on this. A lot of rainbow colors. And I did her blue and yellow. And the castle's all glitter gel pen. And I'm thinking, I don't know if I see yellow in or not. Maybe there's so much yellow on this page I can't tell. But here's the second copy if I want to do that one. I've done this one. This one is the Cupid page. And she has lots of metallic gel pen on her. I think that the black in the background isn't great. I could go back in with black acrylic paint after all these years and clean it up and make it look nicer. Or even put in some more stars because I can tell my stars are all faded. But yeah. Look at that shading. Yeah. We all start somewhere. There's the second copy if I want to do her again. And then I've done this one. And I remember I won a coloring contest for this one. The little gnome girl. She didn't have any glitter on her at all. I think I used Black Widow pencils to color this in that fall. I don't think there was any marker. No, just pencil. She turned out cute. So yeah, there's lots of fun mythical creatures in this book. I like that one a lot too. That one's cool. I have Victorian Darlings. I really like Victorian style, and this one I've only colored one because my problem is I like so many of them. It's hard for me to decide which one to color. So I started off with the simplest one I could find, which is this one. And she's pretty much alcohol markers. Yeah. She's pretty much alcohol markers and gel pens. There's a little shading to her cheeks and to the flower, but that's all. I didn't do any shading to her hair or anything. And this one has pictures like this. This would be stunning, fully completed. Some of these are super detailed. I have the Mermaids, Fairies, and Other Girls of Whimsy 50 fan. So these ones do not have duplicates. All of these are different. And I have done this one, the mermaid with the sea monkeys. Just wanted her sea monkeys to be purple, so I went for it. And I think I used glitter nail polish on the green parts. And there is stickles in the bubbles and also on the little pearls. And sparkle pop on the sea monkeys dots. That was fun. Done this one. I remember I did this one for my daughter's 3rd or 4th birthday. And this was her, these are her favorite colors, or they were at the time, pink, blue, and yellow. And yeah, my daughter has kind of reddish blonde hair, so that's why the girl has that color of hair. And I did it for her birthday. There's a cute one right there. Oh, this was one that I had my daughter choose my coloring supplies, and I just used what she gave me. And she told me where to put the colors. And so this is what she did. She gave me a gel pen to do the dolphin. That's why it's so sketchy looking, because it's a gel pen. And that was a pretty large space to cover with just gel pen. But she did a good job picking colors. And then this one was a buddy color, and it was done in 2019 as well. And I remember I used the Tan Mint alcohol markers, and they do yellow. So if you're wondering about those, but I don't think they're even on Amazon anymore. So I did yellow this page, but it's not too bad. Yeah. Oh, I guess I could kind of show you different pages that are in here in case you're interested in the other pages. Lots of mermaids and stuff. That one's cool. Just cute. I have the Fairy Tale Princesses, Storybook Darlings. I really do like fairy tale books, and so when she had the Fairy Tale Princesses come out, I had to get it back when it was released. Lots of cute ones in here. I think they're exact duplicates, except there's shading in the eyes on the second copy. Yeah. I feel like I've done something, but nothing is flagged. Oh, I started this Rapunzel page. I used glitter gel pen on her hair. Yeah, I don't like how it's looking. It's a good thing I have a duplicate. But I swear I did one in here. It's not flagged, but that doesn't mean anything. Oh, there we go. I did the Little Miss Muffet page. And that is glitter gel pens and markers. And I use glossy accents and stickles on the bowl and the spoon. Yeah. I was like, I was pretty sure I colored in that one. Maui Mermaids and Island Whimsy Creatures, 50 magical pages. So these ones, there is no duplicates as well. And I don't think I've colored in this one. But if I'm flipping through and then all of a sudden we find one, hey, you never know. Lots of fun ones for Mermay. My thumb keeps wanting to turn to a page, but I don't see anything that I've colored. So, yeah, this is an untouched book. the Hannah Lynn Early Works Grayscale collection. So these are images that are going to be seen in other books, but she has put grayscale to them. I think she was having her trying to do dark grayscale versus light grayscale. This was the light grayscale effect versus the dark grayscale effect. I prefer the darker. Yeah, you can see the difference. I've done this one, which was in the darker grayscale, and I think it looks really good with the purples and the yellows. See, this is the one that I had colored in that other book. I don't know how I would color these because it's so translucent, but this is so dark that my markers would work really well. There's that. Tattoo Darlings. This one's really fun. This one I got relatively early on because I just like the images in them, because each girl, their tattoos represent like who they are, and I thought that was really cool. And it's more portrait style, and you don't have to worry about all the background stuff. It's just is what it is. And I've done one in here. I did this one back in 2021. Still like how she turned out. I like her hair. My pirate girl. She has glitter gel pen. Yeah, I colored her with alcohol markers and then I shaded her with pencils. Remember, I colored her at my desk. Don't do very much coloring at my desk anymore. I mostly do it at my kitchen table. I have this Steampunk Darlings. It's a PDF. I bought it on PDF and then I went and had it printed at my local copy store, and they spiral bound it and then added like a protective sheet all over the top, and that way I could have some premium cardstock paper to color these. And I'll show you what I've done in here, just kind of give you a new idea. I did not have them copy off the duplicate, but this book does have duplicates. So this one was a color palette challenge. I only could use these, how many colors? 3, 4 colors, and you couldn't use skin tone or anything, and I just made her look all retroactive. It was fun. I have also done this one. Yeah, look at the yellowing right here. That's from her skin tone marker. And I've used glossy accents on all the little glass pieces of her outfit. Something about her remind me of Tiana from Princess and the Frog. And so I used that color palette. And this was one of the first that I did a dark skin tone too. And then since she had major yellowing, I colored this girl too, because she had yellowing on her, and she turned out really well. After I colored her, I was like, okay, what am I going to do with the background? I was kind of colored out, so then I decided just to distress it and color in the dots, and that was all. Looks good though. Let's see, I know I've done more. I think when I got to these, I ran out of page flags. I've done this one, which is the Magic Girl, I guess, but something about her reminded me of Alice in Wonderland, so I gave her blue and yellow, like to represent Alice, but then with a quirky Mad Hatter flair. And of course I made the cards have red suits so that it was like the Red Queen, you know. You can tell that the green marker was dying, but that's all right. Works, because it was all smoky anyway. I know there's another one in here that I've done. Right here. So she was probably, I think she was my first. I did her with pencils. I colored her with Prismacolor pencils, and I have lots of glitter gel pen on her. And yeah, I don't know what I have on top of that, but this was the first time I used the gold Prismacolor pencil to color this. And they're not shiny, the gold and silver Prismacolors. And you can see they kind of are dull after time, but yeah, that's all right. And I really like to make my girls' hair blue. I do that a lot in a lot of my portrait pictures. And then this is a later one, more recent, that I've colored. And this was for Portrait Year of Color, which was last year. This year is the Wild Year of Color that I'm doing. And one of the themes for the 4th of July, so literally it was like a year ago, was white hair, red, and blue, basically. And so she's my white hair girl. This took a lot of acrylic paint pen to cover up all those lines, but I think she turned out really cool. And then there's glitter on the back. I think I just used an alcohol marker on the background and then went over it with Wink Stella, or it could have been Spectrum Noir glitter brush pen. It was one of those finer brush pens. And yeah, that's how she looks, and that's how she turned out. So quite a few done in Steampunk Darlings. And then the last one I have here is Whimsy Girls from the Archives. And this one, this one's relatively new, I think. Yeah, 2024. And have I colored in this? I think I flagged to color in it, but I haven't had an opportunity to color in it yet. So if you're part of her Patreon and stuff, she gives out free pages, and some of these pages were given on the Patreon. Some of them were exclusive to Color in Heaven magazines. So these ones are not going to be in your other coloring books, I don't believe. I don't think there's any duplicates that I know of, because those are her archives. Next we have Misfits. So I guess I could put them in number order of what I have. So we can go in number order. So this is number 1. This one is a nautical one. It doesn't say nautical on here, but I know it's a nautical one. Doesn't say in the front here. No, at least I thought it was because of the girl in the front. That's okay. But there's a grayscale picture in the back there. The Misfit pictures are very unusual. Not everybody likes this type of illustration style. There's something wanting and wandery about it. Kind of like odd, like oddity. And with that, I really like that kind of look. Now I've done this one and I made her into a zombie. Well, I think she was a zombie. Yeah. And I don't color creepy, scary stuff. This is about how dark I go. I did do stickles on all the blood spots and the stakes and everything. I really enjoyed coloring this. It was fun. She would be in a horror movie, I would think. Or maybe in something zombie movie. Something about this is kind of cool because her socks are like white still and everything else is dirty. But she has these pristine white socks. Yeah, she was fun to color. But yeah. You can get some that are a little more on the creepy side of things. I don't have the super major creepy ones. I just have the ones that I like. So that was number 1. And I have number 3. I don't have number 2. These are actually fairly thin books, by the way. I don't want you to think they're as thick as Hannah Lynn's. You don't get as many images, but they're very neat. This one has like, I thought this one had the fairies in it, but maybe I'm wrong. The next one has the fairy ones in it. Lots of birthday images in here. I like that one with the stars. I think this one's in the Coloring Heaven one that there is. And they all have titles. And this is a whip that I started. And I was making her a zombie too. For some reason, I like making her characters into zombies. And then I made this little stuffed animal creature thing have his brains sticking out because zombies eat brains. And I think I showed how I shaded pencil over marker in a video on this. Or maybe I did zombie skin or something on my channel. So there's a video of me coloring this. There's like a Wizard of Oz type of thing. This one's the fairy one. I have taken some images out of this one, but it looks like I've left one in. So if you like fairies, you might like this one. If you don't mind the odd style. Something about her characters looks kind of sad in the eyes. I did this one for my birthday one year. I wanted to do really bright colors. I made the trees pink because why not? Look at the yellowing here from this little yellow guy. Must have been from a very yellow marker. And it's right here and it looks like my paper slid, so I got purple. So if I color this one, I'll have to come up with a good plan to cover that up. And there's a little bit of yellowing right there. She's eating flowers, it looks like. That one's cool. This one looks like you could do something really cool in the sky because these are lightning bolts. These are Amazon print paper. Oh, this is where I took out a page. That's why I flipped to it. So there's that one. And then this is Misfits number 5. Nautical coloring book. I've done this one with the pirate girl. It says port side. I think I colored this on the channel too. Yeah, she has glossy accents on her eyes. That glossy accents must have been going bad because it's kind of crackly. I didn't ever color the sky, but that's okay. And then I did this one as like a vintage type antique color palette. Just used browns and sepia tones to make it look like an old-fashioned picture. That looked really good, I think. Worked out well. And then I have the unicorn one, which is number 7. And this one I kept in my collection because I got rid of the Unicorn Coloring Heaven that had these in it. So I can do this. There's that one. Next artist I have is Janna Prosvirina. I have Fantasy Realm. Hers are very enchanting type coloring books. Her characters are really well drawn, I believe. I prefer her line art ones. I've done this one. I think I did this for like Valentine's Day or something because I used all like pinks and red tones to color her. There's lots of stickles on her wings. Glitter. Give you an idea. Look at that character. So cool. I actually have a Lord of the Rings prompt for coloring the movies. This one would be really good for Lord of the Rings because he kind of looks like a dwarf. More fairies. And then I've done this one. Is this a satyr or I don't know. I don't know my mythical creatures very well. And I use stencils on the background of this one. Lots of alcohol marker work, but yeah. I have the Whimsical Darlings coloring book. And I've only done one, which is this one. Obviously, I did this in the autumn because we have all autumn tones and brown hair. Golden eyes, brown hair. These are like portrait style. I have the Mermaids Volume 1. And I haven't colored in this one. I'll give you like a look-see. So this one just has her mermaids. These are all line art. She does do books in grayscale too. I'm just wondering if I have one in grayscale. I don't think I do. There's that one. This is the Cute and Simple. This one has more to a page than the previous one. I feel like I've colored in this, but I don't see anything. Maybe I colored in the Coloring Heaven and it had an image from this one. I don't know. But yeah, I have that one. I have the Pixies and Fairies. I got this one because I thought it would be kind of like Eastery because of the Easter basket and the girl with the bunny ears. But I guess it's springtime. Oh, there's an autumn one. Maybe it's just fairies. She does do a really good job on her fairies. I think her Whimsical Darlings line has more of these like cutesy type of images versus like a whole body type of thing. And then I have the Whimsical Darlings Everyday Magic. I also have a Christmas one, but I think it's with my Christmas books. And see how these girls are like cutesy. Still very well drawn. So there's that one. I had some Miscellaneous books on this shelf as well. They're more portrait type books. So this is Ocean and Dreams coloring book. This is by Mystic Art Mirrors. This I got on Etsy. You can buy the PDF, I believe, on her Etsy store. I don't know if she's shipping books out right now, but this is the Ocean Dreams, and her girls are notorious for having these large eyes. I like this one because it was single-sided. I was just saying, did I color a little bit on there? No. This is the one that I've done. Look at all that shimmer and glitter. And lots of glossy accents on the eyes. Gave her red hair. It's pretty strong. If I did her again, I would definitely do it differently. Maybe I'd make her crown more like Christmassy and make these like Christmas tree looking. But yeah, it is what it is. These circle effects, I drew circles in the background and dotted around it to create a different kind of background look. And this is watercolor on the back. And there's pearls, like that's a pearl sticker. This is the pearl drops. This is stickles, obviously. Definitely a mixed media page. But this paper can take it, so there's that one. I have this one, which is Flower and Gems by Grazia Salvo. And if you get this one on Amazon, it does come spiral bound. If you're curious, I've colored this one. Girl with the red hair. She's pretty much just alcohol markers with gel pen. And there was some bleed out here and there. It was early on with some cheaper markers. I have this girl right here, which has a very reddish tone to her skin, but yeah, she was pretty much just alcohol markers. And I don't know what the heck's going on with her eyes, but her eyes are red, and I know I didn't color them red. Whatever marker it was probably was some kind of brown marker, turned red over time. So maybe she became a vampire over time. I don't know. These are perforated, by the way. Lots of really gorgeous portraits in here. Grayscale, like. So if you're into portraits, you probably would like Grazia Salvo. And I've done this one. And I did her for the Portrait Year color last year for blue hair. And I don't remember what the full prompt was, but I know it was blue hair and something. So, yeah. And I used a stencil to do this in the background. And her hair and stuff, or her shirt and everything, I didn't want to do all the details and stuff, so I just colored it gray. Yeah. I have this one, which is Adventures in the Garden by Patricia Zapata. And this is just a cute little book. It has really good paper in it. There's some words on this side, but if you don't care about that, you could treat it single-sided. Just some cute little images. You could go to town and you like coloring leaves and flowers. This is the book for you. I think I got this one on Book Outlet at one point. So there's that one. This is another Book Outlet find. It's called Color Me Cluttered by Durrell Godfrey. And as you can see, it's a very sketchy look of messy rooms full of stuff. So if you just like coloring stuff, there you go. Look at all those books on that bookshelf. Is that what anybody's coloring collection looks like? Coloring book collection? Hats. There you go. There's a coloring supplies one. There's crayons and watercolors right there. Now I have some color by numbers type of books to share with you. So I have this one called Color Art Books Color by Number by Eclipse, AJ Quinnell. This one's the scenery one. I don't have any other books by this artist. I just wanted to get one to try it because I know several people had got into this craze. And I thought this one I would enjoy because it's had fun scenes with lots of different colors. And it comes on this like glossy paper. I haven't colored anything, but I think this would be great for mindless coloring. And it gives you the list of the color palette right here. And I know a lot of people like these books. They really enjoy coloring in them. I have the Color by Colors stained glass mandalas. And, oh, I think I just flagged from the point on. I've done this one. I've added glitter gel pen to it. What I've noticed that, well, let me show you one that's not colored. This is a not colored one. It has an outline around it of the color that you need to use. And so there's another example of what. So it's color by color, not color by number. So I've done that one. I did this one. Added in the little dots for something fun. Did this one. I was working back to front. This one I added stickles to for fun. Might as well, right? Here is this one. And this one. And this was my first, and I was still learning how to do it. So yeah, this one didn't turn out nearly as good as like some of these others because I just learned as I went on. And that one was gifted to me. I have color by number 70 cartoon characters, mosaics, and this one is by Jennifer Rowling. It was made in 2021. My book is like this, very curled. You can see that the person folded it in my mail slot. So yeah, they have different charts like this in here for the color by number, and I have colored in this. I want to try one of my acrylic paint pens in this book just to see how they come out. Let me find. So I've done chip here. This is just mindless coloring. This one was supposed to be that Star Wars android. Sorry, forgive me, I don't know his name. I messed up when I colored this. Where the black is, it was supposed to be white, and the white I made gray just because I didn't realize 0 was a color. I thought it just started off 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you know, so that's where I got messed up. But I kept it so that I can try some more just to see how other ones turn out, because there's quite a few in there, you know. Another one, oh, I guess I have 2 of these by Eclipse. So that scenery one and this one, circulism. I guess I wanted to try that one and a circle one, I guess. So forgive me what I said before. This is the forest one, and they're pretty mystery-like. So you don't know what you're getting when you color these. And the one I colored was this one. Out of all the ones I got the dung beetles. Yeah. I'm like, okay. And then I also got the spider. I thought, oh, I'll get some fun forest animal. And I get the beetles and the spider. Oh, well. But the paper clip is because this is the color charts. And there's one in the back and in the front. And I cut out the one in the back so that I could just take this off with me when I'm working on a page, so that I can just see the color chart right there. And then this is a characters collection, color by number. It says Disney on here, and I don't think you can get this on Amazon anymore. And this is really simple color by number. This one I really like to work in when I'm sick, because it's so easy. I don't have to wear my glasses. I can just color. So I did this in 2021, and obviously it's Stitch. And the background is supposed 4 represents orange. So I did different colors of orange. So it wasn't just a solid orange color to make it look more stained glassy, I guess. I've done this one, the Winnie the Pooh one. And I even did some outlining on him to make him stand out a little more. Again, with the 5s, I did different shades of green there. This one I actually covered up the color palette thing. I've done this one, which is Sadness from Inside Out. And there's stickles on her hair and glitter gel pen on her glasses. And then all the numbers in the back were all supposed to be blue, but instead of that, I used different colors from the Inside Out characters on the background because I didn't want it to be blue upon blue upon blue. Yeah. That would have been way too many blues. This is cartoon characters color by number, 3.5 by 3.5 millimeter squares. This one's by Jennifer Rowling. And this is how these ones look. I think they, They have these, oh, if you have the Prismacolor alcohol markers, they've paired these colors with those. So if you want to know what color they want for what, they have a reference guide right here. And then they also show you here, and they also show you here. That's just my dog in the background. So this one I've done Woody, and it's kind of a unique effect using positive and negative space, which is kind of cool. And I've done this one, which obviously is Cinderella. I'm not so sure I like this light pink color in her face and then in the background. Something about that I don't love, but it is what it is. I should pull that one out and work in it. Mario and Sonic Pokemon color by number. So this is another one I color when I'm sick, and I've just been coloring them in order. See how simple they are. So we've got Mario, Wario, Link, Breath of Wild Link, Sonic, Kubo, which is a Bowser, and then I haven't done this one, but this one's supposed to be Squirtle, and Mega Man. So yeah, this is just a simple color by number book that I do when I'm not feeling well. I got it when I had COVID, and that was a few years back. World of Mice. I've done quite a few in here. I didn't put flags or else I'd have like a million flags. But this is by Sun Life Drawing, and this is my favorite color by number of theirs. And I've used everything under the sun in this book. So a lot of these have plastic sheets on them, and so I hope that I'm not getting glare for you guys, but I've put plastic sheets on them in case I had old alcohol markers that had yellowing. But at this point I could probably just take it off. They were just protecting my pages. And then I have ones that like are straight glitter. Like this one I colored with all glitter gel pens. My goal was like to finish this book, and I never finished it. Got pretty close though. This was a really popular book when it first came out. Oh, it felt like everybody was getting it. It was like the trend to get these Sun Life Drawing books. This one doesn't have plastic on it. The pumpkin one. Oh, and these ones are gonna be all horizontal. Didn't get the bathtub button on. I think I just have a couple more. Oh, that's the Christmas one. One's really dark. Oh, and in the back they had a mandala from one of their other books, and I did the mandala. And I did the turtle, and I did the other mandala. So this is how I put them in. I just slide them in. I cut off the one side and just slide them in. This one has quite a few of those in there. This is another one of those stained glass color by numbers by Sun Life Drawing. This is the mermaid one. Let's see. You can see the mermaid. Sorry, I'm flipping through them so fast. Just go into the ones that I colored. So I've done this one. This one. I think after a while I didn't want their skin tone to be like many colors. I wanted one thing to be solid, so I changed the skin tone. Like that one I made just the skin tone be a straight color instead of many colors, because this is like one that had patchy different things going on. And yeah, so if you don't like a certain color scheme in a color by number, you can always change it. It's your book. I feel like I showed this one, Little Fairies. This is another Sun Life Drawing one, but this one has fairies in it. I'm trying to get to the ones that are, look, that one has a yellowing. It's from that girl's skin. See how dark the background is with those two different colors? If I was to redo this, I would rethink it. So yeah, there's yellowing there. This one turned out all right. Still, those oranges and stuff is pretty bright and makes her get lost in the picture. So keep in mind, if you have color by number books, use the color by numbers as a suggestion. I have this one, which is Adorable Nature, cross-stitch style adult coloring book. And this is by Alice Mills Publishing. This is the only one I have from this artist. I know this for sure. And I just did the one in the back, which is this one with the deer. And because I used alcohol markers and it bled through. That way I didn't destroy the image. So if I needed something to reference, I could. But how this works is they look like X's, but inside, if you look really close, and you can't even tell in here, but inside each one of these X's has like a line or a dash or like a plus sign or something like that. So you're coloring by symbol. You're not coloring by a number or a color. I don't recommend this if you have bad eyesight. And even now, I'm looking at it right now and I'm thinking, I don't know if I could do it or not. Maybe I should try to do another one and see if I've lost my ability to get in there to do all these little ones. But I know they revamped their books and did a color by number version. So if you like them and you prefer color by number, I would go for that. But anyway, I have a bunch of colored caramel books. Let me just pull them out. This one is Eastern Gnomes. This was one of the earlier ones. Now Colored Caramel does the cute and easy style, cute and cozy style books that are like half the size of this. These were the books that they did before that trend came out. And this one has gnomes in it, so still cute, easy books. They're just full-size books. Really cute. And I've done this one. And this was a buddy color, I believe. I remember I used pastel markers. And this is stickles on the little eggs to make them glittery for Easter. I have Kawaii Galaxy, which is the cutest outer space coloring book. And this one has different images like this in here. I'll have to do with outer space, which is perfect for space timber. I've done this one, which has the panda and the donut spaceship. And there's lots of glitter in the background, just for fun. So there's that one. I have the Cute Chibi Girls and Animals coloring book. It's a fun chibis in this book. A little more attention to detail. That one's really cute with the owl. I think I like that one a lot. There's that one. The Kawaii Warriors coloring book. I think this one is one of the earlier ones, if I remember right. Yeah, all the animals are in warrior poses. There's another Easter one, Easter Chibi Girls. Oh, I did this one with highlighters. Doing a highlighter challenge where you color with highlighters. Nice, fun, and bright page. Mushroom Chibi Girls. Oh, it's cute on the front there. I didn't get a chance to color in this one. I don't mind coloring mushrooms, but I don't want to color mushroom after mushroom after mushroom. I get kind of bored of it. So as long as it's not like the sole thing I'm coloring, if I can kind of spice it up, then I'm good. Kawaii mandala. This is one of the earlier ones. Non-traditional mandalas, as you can see. I've done this one. This one was kind of fun to color. I liked doing this. It was very simple and easy. It didn't take very long, but I really liked the effect I got. This is another good one for Space Timber with the little astronauts and planets. That one would be really cute to do. This is Kokiyoshi Cuties coloring book. These are all by Colored Caramel, by the way. The artist has not changed. So I've done this one. This was a long time ago, Buddy Color. Michelle, Box of Hues in 21. This one. I added the black box in the background to make it more grounded. I did another one in here, but it had yellowing marker, so I took it out and put it in my portfolio. This is Life Kawaii. Lay Cafe. Sorry, not Life. I'm sorry, I'm tired. Lay Cafe Kawaii. This one's going to have food in it. This one has a little bit bolder lines. I've done this one with the sheep in the popcorn container. That one's nice and fun. I think my daughter started coloring one in here too. Oh, maybe not. This is the panda coloring book, No Bad Vibes. So this has all pandas in it. And I know I colored in this one, but took the image out. It was all in crayons. Always believe in magic. You got this. Spread love everywhere you go. Just cute. I think this was one of the last ones they did before they switched down to the cute and comfy style, like the smaller size. This is Cute World Living the Kawaii Life. So you have these cute characters, kind of like the Cute and Comfy, but it's in a full-size book. Look how detailed that one is. Super cute. Love all the little pandas and stuff. Sweet Unicorns and Gnomes. This one has lots of fun gnomes in it. And I have done this page. The lemonade stand with the unicorns. Glitter gel pen. The blue and yellow color palette pretty much. Worked out really well. Kept my unicorns white, just kind of went around them with a glitter gel pen. Imagine is Infinite Kawaii Mindful Illness coloring book. This one, the paper is really thin. I did this one right here, and it has lots of glossy accents. This is too large of a space for glossy accents, I think, because, yeah. These aren't too bad, but this really crinkled my paper. There is always an opportunity to learn. Ask, and you will get the answers you seek. Chibi Girls in Space, another perfect one for space timber. The black in this isn't very black. Mine's kind of grayish. That one. Sweet Doodles Kawaii coloring book. This one has lots of things on a page. A lot of cutesies. I have colored this one with the corgis for tea time. For Queen Victoria, I believe. Because I think she had corgis, if I remember right. I have this one that has been in my collection for a very long time. It's Kawaii's summer coloring book, and for some reason I've never colored in it, but it has been here for a very long time. I don't even know when did they make this. I don't even know the year. This would be a perfect time to pull it out too, because it's summertime. I was thinking these might be really great images to color and then laminate and make into magnetic puzzles for kids, because they're just so cute. You could color them very simple, but you could make them into a magnetic puzzle. Or you could just make them into magnets, like cut out the characters and color them and put them on those flat magnets, and you could put them on your refrigerator. Sweet Easter. This is a cute one. Notice I have a lot of Easter ones. This one has lots of bunnies in it. Which one did I do? Getting there. Oh, this is a whip. I didn't finish it. I think I started coloring it with some kind of pencil or crayon. Maybe I was trying to color a page in crayons and lost motive or something. Feels kind of like crayons. And then Patterns and Doodles is the last one I have here. So there's a whole bunch of corgis. This would be a perfect example of if you wanted to make magnets. So you could cut out this one with the lemons and the lemonade, and you could color all those things and then cut them out and turn them into magnets for your refrigerator. It'd be really easy. Or you could even make them into bookmarks. You can do many things with patterns. I'm going to grab my last stack here. It's just too far for me to reach. All right, so I have Chris Reiniak's Morning Scribbles coloring book, number 3. I have the Halloween one that is in physical copy like this, and the Christmas one, I think, in physical copy. The other ones are all on PDF. So this one is like my sole one that I have as the physical copy. And it has all these cute little characters. I thought I colored in this one. Maybe I haven't. How cute. I know that Meg and Amanda Colors did a color along for the Frogs and Friends. This one's very fun too. And it has the nice paper in it. This one was made in 2023. I have a couple of these Christopher Hart books. This one's Girl Power. And so we've got anime style. And this is really good paper too. I got these on Book Outlet for a really cheap price. I think Book Outlet is what started my massive coloring collection, because they had so many incredible books for such a good price. This one is the girls, the manga artists coloring book Girls. And I know the backgrounds can seem daunting, but you don't have to color the backgrounds if you don't want to. And I'll show you what I did. So I did this one. You can see that I just did a distress in the background. And I thought this one was very funny. Her cat is tripping her, and she was going to get food for her cat. And she, yeah, there's glitter gel pen. It was just a fun one. I think this was for a prompt for LOL or something like that. I have a very unique book. This one I would recommend to anybody that likes quirky things or likes to have a lot of different styles. This is Doodler's Anonymous Epic Coloring Book. I was introduced to this book I saw on Dee Dee Willingham's channel. She's a really popular YouTuber, and there's over 90 artists in here because it's just a conglomeration of a whole bunch of artists. The paper's fantastic. It takes watercolor. It is double-sided though, so you can't really use your alcohol markers because it will bleed through unless you're willing to sacrifice a page. But it's got all sorts of stuff and really quirky, weird things, crazy art project type stuff, just very interesting things. And all of them say, like on the bottom, it says who the artist is. Okay, so this one was the first one I did. I have watercolor on this, but it's very early on in my coloring journey, so I know it's not great, but yeah, it was just so freeing to color though. And I've done this one right here that says, "Oh snap," the Polaroid camera. And there's a little spaceman. And then I've done this one. This one was a long time ago as well. A lot of these are a long time ago. Would be fun to come back here and color something in this book though. They're all really cool, just unusual images. If you are looking for something like that in your collection, that's a good one. I have The Art of Coloring a Twisted Tale, 100 images. This one is by Disney Editions, by Disney Enterprises. So it's a legit Disney book. So what they've done is, let me try to show from the front here. Like, they've twisted the classic tales of Once Upon a Dream. So here we have Aurora, but yeah, Aurora is a warrior right here. Maybe she's a warrior for that. This is a What If the Belle's mother cursed the beast? Like, what if the fairy that cursed the beast was Belle's mother? There's one for Mulan. It says, like, what they are. Like, what if Mulan had to travel to the underworld? What if Ariel had never defeated Ursula? What would have happened? Yeah. So these are kind of a unique find. If you enjoyed those Twisted Tale series books, you might enjoy coloring a book like that. And the last ones I'm going to show you are all Hatchet Hero Disney books that are like coloriage mysteries, I guess you could say. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have more than 6, but the other ones are in a different shelf. These ones were just in this shelf. I usually just put books where I can fit them because I have limited space, and so I just put them where I can fit things. I have the Mickey and Friends one, and I used to get these when they would come out when I had the extra money, but now I don't get them anymore because I figured I have so many that are uncolored. I don't need to buy any more. And these images are like these, but this is the kind of the color by number. And there's not like tons compared to the ones nowadays. Like here's black and white ones right here, or black and gray. Maybe I should do some of those because they wouldn't be too difficult. And yeah, it shows the different black and gray ones from the classic Mickey and Minnie cartoons. So there's that one. So if you just have black and grays, that one has some black and gray ones. I've colored a couple on this one. This is Mickey and Co. Circles. So it doesn't have the squares, or it's not mystery like the one I just showed you. This one is all in circular formation. So this one is kind of a learning curve. I've done this one with acrylic paint pens. I was trying to see what people liked about the acrylic paint pens. This is washi tape that I put right here. So it looked like this originally, and then I colored it with the acrylic paint pens. And I'm not so sure what I think. I mean, there's no bleed through or anything. So there's this type in here, and then there's also this type where all of these are little tiny circles. And I've done one of those as well, which is this one. And this one has Mickey and Pluto. This particular type is like really good to do with Crayola Super Tips because if there's any kind of lines, you can't tell because they're all so busy you can't, because this was Crayola Super Tips. You can't tell the lines, the streakiness. And the background I did with metallic Sharpies. Metallic Sharpies do not bleed through. So if you're wondering if Sharpies bleed through, yes they do, but the metallic ones don't. So if you're looking for a metallic marker and you're on a budget, try the metallic Sharpie. You might like it. I have the Souls Leosha, and this one I haven't colored in, but I think it has everything to do with underwater scenes. This would be perfect for the summer. And I don't have like a large collection of acrylic paint pens and all these different colors and stuff. So when I color these, I have to kind of figure out what will work the best. I have this one. I think this is the dog one. I don't know how to pronounce that, but has all the different dogs, Disney dogs. I haven't colored in this one either. Some of these are kind of dark, but I think you could lighten it up by your color choices if you wanted. I have the Girl Power here. I think this is one of the latest ones I got before I stopped buying them. So this has all different Disney type girls. And these are found like on Lyrica, or you can get them on Amazon France or Amazon UK sometimes has them. I think our Amazon might have some here and there, but you're going to pay twice as much as if you paid Lyrica. They're usually half the cost on Lyrica versus like our Amazon. This is the Pixar Tome 2. I don't think I have Tome 1. I think I only have Tome 2. And this has different Pixar characters. just inside out characters. I like this one because look at the color palette. It's not humongous, and the spaces are nice and big. That's me. I'm just blind, so I like the large spaces. The new ones are very detailed. But yeah, that is it for this shelf. Hope you enjoyed the coloring books I shared with you. If you have any questions, let me know. I don't know if I'm going to destash anything in this shelf. The colored caramel ones, if I lose interest in those, I usually just give them to my daughter after I'm done with them because she likes coloring in them too. And the Adorable Nature, the cross-stitch one, that one may end up in the destash later on if I can't see the symbols. I think I may have to test it out just to see if I can see the symbols anymore. But yeah, I hope you guys have a fabulous day and enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys next time. Happy coloring, friends. Bye.